deploy one here, and same thing. Now we got a rally point there, and we got a rally point there. In my previous video seen here, I shared with you a script that enabled you to deploy a rally point anywhere and move to it from your base. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the ACE version of this rally point script. Credits go to 6Komodo6 for the ACE version idea. Okay, I have a mission here. Here we have the player, a flagpole, and a car. So this is a very simple mission, and once we set up the script, there is going to be more to do to this mission. So let's install the script. Let's go to the scenario tab at the top, and then down to open scenario folder. We are in the mission folder. I'm going to bring up another folder with the script in it, and this is the script right here in a zip file. So I'm going to link this for download in the description of the video. When you download it, extract the zip or double click it and open it like that, and then just drag the script into your mission folder just like that. Close the zip and remove that. Okay, here is the script. Let's open it and review it. ACE Deployable Rally Point Script by Gunter Severloh. The script lets you create a deployable rally points anywhere in your mission for you and your teammates to move to using the ACE self-interaction. It works both in single player and multiplayer, hosted or dedicated, and can be configured so anyone can deploy a rally point or only specific units. Now there's a lot of other information here that's basically the features. I'm not going to go through that. I'll let you guys read that. Let's scroll down and go to how to set up files and code. So the first step here is to place the script, deployable rally point script, in your mission folder, which we already did. Let's go to number 2. Copy the following code and then paste it into your init.sqf. Alright, so you have two options here. You have this code here, and then you have this code here. Some notes here. It says, use the above code to restrict who will deploy a rally point. So you use this if you want a specific person or people to have the ability to deploy a rally point. If you want everybody to deploy a rally point, then just use this. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to use this code here. We're going to press Control C, and we're going to start up a notepad document. And when you see the cursor blinking, press Control V. That will paste the code. And we're just going to kind of line this up a little bit. Once you have that, go to File, and then go to Save As. And you're going to get a Save dialog box that comes up. Now before you do anything, just go to Save As Type, and click on the box and go to all files. That way you will see all the files for your mission folder. So what you're going to do is look for your mission folder, and I'm going to go to my desktop for that, and then look for missions. So I go to missions, and then I go down to Livonia because our mission is on Livonia today. Here is the mission folder right here. So just what you do is just double click the folder. You should see the mission SQM and the script that we installed. Now once you have that, in the file name box, make sure the cursor is blinking, type init.sqf. Once you have that, just hit save, and we can close this. If you go to your mission folder, you should now have an init.sqf. How to set up editor. 1. Unit variable name. Give the units who can deploy a rally point variable name in the editor and define that in the init.sqf with DRP allowed deployed names unless you want everyone to be able to deploy a rally point. Alright, so as you know, we copied this code, which means we're going to be using a specific name for the rally point. So let's go back to the init real quick. So in the init, this is what it's referring to. So you have this name here. This is the code. S1 is just an example name. So S1 is going to be the variable name that we're going to put in our unit in the mission. Now if you wanted multiple names, then all you need to do here is just put a comma, put a quote, and then let's say we had another unit and we named him S2. So we just put S2, we put end quote, and that's it. But we're only going to have one guy, and that will be the player. Other than this code right here just calls the script, and that's all that does. Let's go in the mission and name the player. We're going to edit the player, and under variable name, we're going to name him S1. And just hit OK, and we'll save our mission and go back to the script. Okay, we gave him a variable name I do have ACE3 mod loaded, which is number 2, so you just make sure your ACE3 mod is loaded in the Arma 3 launcher. Only units that are allowed by variable name will see the deploy rally point ACE self interaction. And number 3 is flagpole or object. So on a flagpole or another object at your base or camp, put the following code in its init. You're going to copy this code right here, and you're going to press Control C, and we're going to go back into the mission. We're going to add this to the flagpole. So we go up to the flagpole. Here's a flagpole and a flag of Livonia, and we'll just edit the flagpole. And in the init box, make sure the cursor is blinking, press Control V, and that will paste the code. And we'll just hit OK. That sets that up. Save that, and let's go back to the script. This flagpole object, the point of this is the addAction will allow you to select any rally point that are deployed and move to them. So, all right, let's move to 4th step, base marker. Create a marker at your base, give it a variable name, and then define that name in the base marker distance restriction parameter. This marker will establish the minimum distance from base required in order to deploy a rally point. Base marker distance restriction parameter. So let's go to parameters. What it's describing is this right here. Base marker and distance restriction. So set this marker in the editor on your main base. This is the code right here. So this is the parameter, and this is the name of the marker. Your marker can be named anything. It could be named whatever you want to name it. It doesn't matter as long as it's in between the quotes here and you're good to go. We're just going to copy this. I know I could just type this in, but I'm just going to copy it. Let's go back into the mission and add the marker. All right, so let's go to F6 markers, and we're just going to choose a flag marker. It doesn't have to be anything special, and we're just going to put this right here. And we're going to edit the marker, and in the variable name box, we're just going to press Control V because I used base marker from the parameter, and that's it. We'll just save that. You cannot deploy a rally point within 150 meters of your base. So this is my base if you want. So we have to be further out from this marker in order to deploy a rally point, and that's all that's for. If you don't have this, then you can pretty much deploy a rally point anywhere. So you're not restricted to having to have this. If you want to have a restriction, then you put this here and then you set that parameter, and the script will restrict you. It won't allow the rally point to be deployed, and it'll give you a message stating so. So we did number 4, base marker, and number 5 is review the parameters below and configure accordingly. All right, so below this is the parameters. And let's start with the first one, rally point spawn object. Object to spawn a rally point refer to the Arma 3 wiki objects list. We're going to copy this. I'm going to show you this wiki page. We'll go to Google, and in the top here we'll just paste the address, and of course you got to go through this verification thing. And here is the wiki. When you deploy a rally point, you're going to get a tent. Let's see if we can find it in the list here. The tent is going to be this. This is what's going to show when you spawn a rally point. In this parameter here, you have this code here. So land tent dome. Land tent dome. All you really need to do is define what you want. So if you want to use, like, say, a rolled up sleeping bag, then all you do is just take one of these and just put it right here between the quotes, and you're all set. You can pretty much use any object. As long as you get the class name, you're all good. Now, another way to get a class name to put in there, if you go in the game and you go to props, if you go to empty, we could do something like with equipment. And let's say if you wanted to do like a backpack instead. So we could choose a carry-all backpack, black, and you put that down. So here's your carry-all. So if you wanted to use the class name for this, if you click on it and you hover your mouse cursor over it, you'll see it says carry-all backpack black. That's the description or display name. And the actual class name for it is underneath that. It says B_carry-all black. There is just right-click this, go to log, and then go to log class as a clipboard. And then if you go to the script, then all you would do is, I'm just going to put it down here so you can see the class name. You press Control V and there's your class name. You just put that right here. And that's another way to do it instead of using the wiki. Whatever you're looking for will also be in the wiki, but if you want a quick way, then, and you know you want to spawn, then that's one way to do it. Okay, let's go to marker type. Marker type that shows on the map for the rally point. So for that, let's go into the mission. So for markers, we'll just go to markers again. And you could choose whatever you want to use, but what's in the script right now is this. Mil start, map marker color, color of the marker that will show up on the map for the rally point. So right now it is the color of blue. So you're going to see this icon and it'll be in blue. And if you wanted to change the color, then keep the word color and then just change this to, like, say red, but it'll be a capital R. Or if you want another color, then you put that color's name and then you make sure that its name is capitalized. Alright, let's go to the next one, marker text. Text that will appear on the map marker. So when you deploy a map marker and you go to your map in game, you're going to see this. It'll say rally point. And now if you wanted to change it and say rally or camp or whatever, then you could put that. Just do it between the quotes. The next one is auto spawn. Unit will automatically be moved to the last rally point if it's deployed when parameter is set to true. Note, this parameter only works if you don't have select respawn position set up in your mission for MP. Set to false, but if you set it to true, then you will automatically be moved to the last rally point that you deployed. So if you want that, then set this to true. If you don't, then just leave this as it is. Next one is deploy hint. Hint text when deploying a rally point. So when you deploy a rally point, you will see this, rally point deployed. So you can change this. Next one is undeployed text. Hint text when rally point is undeployed. So the same thing as this, but this is undeployed. So again, you can do whatever you want. Just do it in between the quotes. Allowed units who can deploy. Now, we already defined this in the init right here. So you don't need to use this. Next one down, number of rally points. Set how many rally points can exist at once. When this cap is reached, the oldest rally point is removed and replaced by the new one. So we have it set for 3. We're just going to leave it at 3. Next one down is base marker and distance restriction. So set this marker in the editor at your main base. So we already set this up as base marker. Like I said, you can change this or have this named to whatever you want. Let's go to the next one. Minimum distance to deploy. Minimum distance from the base required to deploy the rally points. Now remember, this marker enables this restriction right here. This enables that restriction. So 150 meters is the minimum. I'm just going to leave it. You can increase it or decrease it. Let's go to the next one. Enemy proximity restriction. Rally point can't be deployed if enemies are closer than this in meters. Right here is 100 meters. Are trying to deploy a rally point and there's enemy within 100 meters of your position, then you won't be able to deploy it. You'll get a hint that says you can't deploy a rally point, enemy present. What we need to do is use the ACE self interaction, and what you're going to get is the deploy rally point at the top left in your menu. So as a test, let's deploy a rally point here at the base, and it's going to deny you. It'll say move at least 150 meters away from the base to deploy a rally point, current 14 meters. So we can't deploy here. What we'll do is we'll go down the road and we're going to go right about here and deploy a rally point, and then we'll go up the road a little bit, deploy one here, and then we'll go down the road a bit and deploy one right about here. Let's do it. Okay, deploy a rally point, and you're going to get this tent, and it'll give you the option to pack the rally point if you want. So if we go to our map, you're going to be able to see that we deployed a rally point. You're going to see the start marker, and it's in blue like we showed in the parameters, and it'll say rally point. Alright, let's go to the next rally point spot. So we'll deploy one here, and same thing. Now we got a rally point there, and we got a rally point there. And I'm going to go to one more location. So we'll deploy one right about here, and we're set there, and that's going to be our limit. I'm going to go to the map, and I'm going to go back to our base, which is where the flag is at, and then I'm going to hold left Alt and click, and that will teleport me back to the base. That's a non-ace function. So now when you go to your flagpole, you're going to see select rally point, and if you hit enter, you'll get 3 options because we only have 3 rally points that we can choose from. So we have the first rally point that we can go to, the second one, or the third. So let's go to the third, and here we are. So it's kind of floating, but that's kind of on the terrain. We're going to do one more test. For this test, I'm going to show you, we're going to place a survivor. So we're going to go to the map, and we're going to go to the first rally point spot, and we're going to place a survivor here. This guy is going to be right here. So this will be an enemy, and you're going to see what happens when we try to deploy when there's an enemy nearby within range. If we try to deploy a rally point, we're going to get a hint that will say, cannot deploy rally, enemy forces detected within 100 meters. So we have to try somewhere else. If we go down the road a little bit, let's go right about here. And deploy, and we can deploy here. So we know that there's an enemy here, and we tried within 100 meters. That's it. So we could also pack up the rally point. That'll delete the marker and everything, and we could just deploy somewhere else. Alright guys, I hope you like that, this new ACE version, and find this useful in your missions. And I must thank you guys for watching.